Okay, here we go. Try this again. One of the hardest things in life is to be believed, because otherwise you think you're crazy, especially when people you care about don't believe you. And I know that this is a wound that we both share. And I was very happy for this girl because her father believed her. And then when I realized that my tears of happiness for her wound up being tears of pain for me, because, not really having a mother or having a bad guy for a mother. Not that she was a bad guy as a person, but she was really a lousy mother in terms of affection and caring and believing. She didn't believe me. And of course I didn't have a father, so there wasn't anyone there to believe me. And then I had a pedophile stepfather, so that just aggravated the situation. So being believed is just still a wound. Now, not having a father is something that I didn't realize how much that harmed me until really, I knew it harmed me, but it didn't come into my experience really until today, 70 years old. It's never too late to discover a wound that needs to be healed. So this morning when I woke up, before I saw this post from the friend who was thanking her father for believing her, I got angry with Albert. Albert doesn't cooperate. And, the more time goes by, he simply cannot cooperate. He doesn't remember. That I would try to hold him to agreements, or that I would try to ask for him to improve his collaboration with me is just stupid, because he can't do it. And just because he has a brain disease, yes, that's why he can't do it. But there are lots of good reasons why people can't believe you, or they can't accept what you see. Just because they can't see it, they don't trust you enough to see it for them. And I think you know what I'm talking about. So with Albert, I got very upset because he's been cold all week. And when he gets cold and he can't digest, he'll vomit. He has too much pain. All kinds of bad things happen. So I do everything in my power to keep him warm. And last night, when he was lying on the bed, his legs were covering his blankets. And I said, here, let me move your legs so I can cover you with the blanket, because you're going to get cold otherwise. And he said, all I have to do is lift this leg and pull my blankets up. So we had a little argument, and I finally said, okay, if you say so. And then this morning, he's telling me how cold he is. Well, in the middle of the night, I noticed that he didn't have his blankets on him, so I took one of my blankets off and I put it on him, trying to keep him warm. Of course, then I was cold, and in the morning I was kind of cranky from not sleeping well. And then when I saw that he was cold, I just started to flip out. Why can't you blah blah blah? Why can't you see this? Why do I have to go through this? This is maddening, and I'm really upset. And then I realized that I'm like many times more upset than the situation warrants. And that's also something that we share. You get also many times more upset than your situation warrants. And that's because you have an unhealed wound, a deep unhealed wound that is going to, if it's not addressed, I don't want to say anything bad, but if it's not addressed, it will have far-reaching results, and I think you know what they are. So I just want to impress upon you that it's never too late to heal something that is causing you pain in your present. And even though you are not the sole cause of a particular conflict that is occurring, you have a part in it. And if you can subtract your part by healing this area of yourself, at least to some degree, at least being fully aware of it, so you can just double over and cry whenever this happens to you and you realize that it's not all another person's fault, that the problem and the conflict is probably half yours. If it's not half yours, say it's 1/3 yours. Say it's 1/4, say it's 20%, 10% yours. If you pulled your 10% out, you could change a situation that doesn't work into a situation that does work wonderfully and is the best thing that happened to your life. If you can pull out the part of it that's yours, the rest could soften. The rest could become manageable. You would take away another person's need to be defensive and protective and become angry with you because they don't want their covers pulled. I would like to talk to you about this personally, but if we can't, and it seems like we can't, then I'm going to send you videos. I love you, Fulvia. I want everything wonderful for you. So I'm gonna send you videos as I make more discoveries, okay? Bye-bye.